Welcome to another edition of the Front Row Roundtable Show presented by Ralphie's. Thanks for being here. I'm Norm Waymer. This is Mortgage Marty Bin. This is the one and only Steve Taylor.
How you doing, Norm?
ESPN 106.5.
I laugh every Saturday morning.
Fairway Mortgage.
Thank you.
Panhandling in the street.
That was you at the corner. Oh.
I can always get a laugh from you guys.
Instead of we'll work for food, instead we'll work for show. I got it now. I got it. All right.
All right. All right, let's kick this off. Let's talk about NBA free agency because, shouldn't all sports do free agency like the NBA does it? It's just like bam, all at once.
Not gonna. You don't think some of these deals weren't done ahead of time?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't it be great, though, if baseball had like a 5-day signing period? And it's done.
Yeah, the stove would be like a microwave.
It'd be great.
There'd be no simmering on the hot stove.
Yeah,
There'd be a microwave.
Instead of going all winter.
Yeah.
And into the spring.
Yeah, would be awesome.
Well, look how long some people hung around this year.
Yeah, Kimbrell.
Yeah. Insanity.
Yeah,
Alice Keuchel.
Yep. Well, some three.
So other than Boogie Cousins, nobody's going to hang around that long. Boogie's going to be out there till the end.
Kawhi gonna make everybody wait.
Well, that's smart. He'll wait till all the dust settles. He's going to say, well, I'm going to do this.
What I want to do anyway, and with Kawhi, the quitter. So don't get me started on Kawhi.
Wait. Before you get into all that.
The quitter, I love that.
Before you get into all that, somewhere around $3 billion was dished out in day one of NBA free agency.
Yeah. Record.
$3 billion. What's the TV contract anyway?
A lot of money.
For a whole bunch of regular season games, like 4 guys are watching, and it's mostly to watch the studio guys jar it up, because the rest of the time, half those games are unwatchable. I'm sorry, it's not that some of them aren't great, but a lot of the games are unwatchable.
They're unwatchable. I used to side with the parent that saved his money to take his son to the basketball games. But when you look how Leonard did it this year with load management, I understand it. You totally get it. And you because when you look on the flip side of it and look at a Kevin Durant who gets hurt, you know what I mean?
I threw this out on Twitter and I didn't get a good answer for it, is why the people that complain about what baseball players make don't ever complain about what NBA players make. And me, I don't care.
Because Bobby Bonilla just got another check yesterday.
Because we're gonna get the how much certain guys got here.
Well, that's because they thought the Bernie Madoff deal was going to make them a lot in residual income. So the Mets, they were 0 for 2 that day.
Yeah.
I think the reason why there's money here is because the NBA is the one major sport that's really targeted the 18 to 34 demographic, which is the money demographic. Or known as the money demographic.
They've definitely marketed their product. And the other thing that basketball players have is they are identifiable, whereas baseball players are away. I mean, the average guy, if Dallas Keuchel walked by him, he wouldn't know who he was. But if Kyrie Irving walks by you, hey, man, that's Kyrie, I mean, that's how they market their product, man, and they've done a great job at it.
But they're marketing toward the 18 to 34, which is probably why I don't watch a lot of it anymore. Because in a few weeks, I'm turning 55, so I'm way out of that demo now.
I see, the thing I struggle with is, first of all, it's just a numbers game, and there are fewer people to pay. And it's one of the very few sports where 2 or 3 absolute elite stars. I mean, we were talking before the show about NFL, and if you sign 2 or 3 guys to big deals and tie up all your cap space, that's great, but nobody can block for them, so your quarterback's going to get killed, and you got nobody you can't play any defense or whatever. But in the NBA, you can sign 3 max deals and get a bunch of mid-level exceptions, and you can win a title. So I think when you talk about these giant numbers, it's because the recent history, the path to success has been, go get that big guy, rent him for a while, a big couple guys, and pay them.
You also have to ask how much are the teams making. If the players are making this, what are the owners making?
Well, look at Golden State. They're moving into that brand new arena. They've already taken $200 billion before they've even played game 1. So they better have a good product come next year. Because you thought the finals tickets were expensive. Wait till you try to get to game 22 tickets and see what that's going to cost you.
In the Bay? Yeah.
Exactly.
The biggest contract dished out, Kevin Durant, 4 years, $164 million. The most per year, I think. I don't think anybody topped that. That's $41 million a year, or basically $500,000 a game.
No, it's more than that because you got to delete all of next year off of that.
No, he still gets it.
He's getting paid.
What I'm saying is, but it's actually, you're paying that for 3 years.
Well, you're paying that whether he plays or not.
He's not playing next year.
Well, no, of course he's not, but he's still getting the money.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. So you're really paying that kind of money. If you were looking at it rationally, you'd average that over 3 years.
No, because they're not paying him over 3 years. They're paying him over 4.
Yeah,
but anyway,
he's collecting.
By the way, you like Bobby Bonita's job. I like Kevin's job next year. Sit home and pay give $41 million to ride the bike.
Let's drive this back onto the tracks here, okay? That's got nothing to do with it. They're dishing out $41 million a year for a guy who blew out his Achilles. And I'm sorry, there's no guarantee that when he comes back, he's the same player.
Yeah, but modern medicine, man, is showing you that it can be done. It can be done. You know, there are Rudy Gay is case in point. Rudy Gay's come back. He's come back strong from an Achilles. Shania Bumake, she's coming back from one. So you know, it's happening. Modern medicine is allowing these players. Okay, so you may not can blow by guys like you used to, but that jump shot will still be there.
I had the opportunity to listen to a speech a couple weeks ago from the trainer who originally trained Michael Jordan when they first made their runs, who was Kobe's trainer after he tore his. And he said the advances recently are such that he'd take that risk all day. The other thing is, I think Durant's, people don't, I mean, you and I have talked about this before, his game is just different. I mean, he doesn't have to blow by you and dunk. The reason he can do that is because if you don't go out there and put a hand in his face at all times, as big as he is, he'll shoot over anybody, and he doesn't barely have to get off the floor because he's they don't call him 7 foot, but he is, and he's got wing, and he can shoot from anywhere and make anything with a hand in his face. So, you know, he doesn't have to be explosive the way most guys do. And I think when talking about Garden, he's so long, he doesn't have to make all the footwork plays because he's got the length to disrupt things. So it's different. He's different to me than a lot of other guys.
Well, who guards Kevin Durant effectively? I mean, I'll wait.
I don't know. I don't have the answer. I do not have the answer to that question.
That's my point.
It reminds me of Nowitzki in his heyday when no one had figured out how to stop that, and then when they put him in a pick and roll, it was
literally impossible.
You'd like, well, okay, pick your poison, because you had to double him and deny him the ball, and the minute you did that, somebody else was wide open, going to the rim.
All right, we're going to dive into more players that have moved around in the NBA, including, I got a comment on
the yawn in Detroit.
All right, it's our Roundtable show presented by Ralphie's.
Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good.
Chill out today at Ralphie's with their frozen margaritas and daiquiris. And get half-priced wings after 9 p.m. 7 days a week. What goes great while watching baseball games on our many screens? The quarter-pound all-beef dog basket, served with a pop or draft. Daily for just $9.99.
Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good.
What can you expect from working with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation? Our branch manager, Marty Bin, can help you navigate through the loan process with the service and speed you deserve. Contact Marty today to get pre-qualified. Make your home buying dreams a reality. Call 419-481-8696 to speak with Marty Bin today.
It's July Fireworks as Powerbomb Wrestling returns to Toledo at St. Clement's Hall on Sunday, July the 7th. See a return match for the heavyweight title as Unchained Brandon Day battles the Beast Cara. Also, the Circus of Pain in a 6-man tag, and you'll see our very first women's tag team match. Get your discount tickets at pbwexcitement.com. It's the best wrestlers in the Midwest, Sunday, July the 7th, St. Clement's Hall in Toledo. You're not going to want to miss it. Back we are from our Roundtable show presented by Ralphie's, and You can get half-price appetizers at Ralphie's any night after 9 o'clock, which would include, like, right now. 10-count wings at half price, too. It's my home away from home, Ralphie's. All right, let's, I did want to ask what you thought about what Brooklyn did with Durant and Kyrie Irving.
Well, Brooklyn is the clear-cut winners in free agency. Clear-cut. And the other move that nobody's talking about was bringing on DeAndre Jordan.
Well, I was going to wait because I think as much as the two big stars, when you can get that third, and I wouldn't even call him a role player, that third person that fits perfect, because I'm trying to figure out what Golden State did with Russell. I mean, that's got to be a sign and trade move, right? Because there's things that fit, and I think to your question, Norm, the Nets moves fit, right? With the young talent, all those pieces line up, and when Durant's back, it looks perfect on paper to me.
It does.
I don't understand what the Warriors did.
What the Warriors have done is they've talked about that arena. They're putting a product that's going to at least be competitive, because Cassius Klay Thompson is the most knockdown, deadly jump shooter in the game. You're not going to probably get that all year. You have to put points on the board. At least with D'Angelo Russell, he can score the basketball, and he's an all-star. So he gives you that 1-2 punch. You know, you re-sign Kevon Looney. You see they brought in a Willie Cauley-Stein to try to give him more height at the basket, more flexibility. You kind of see what they're doing. But this is life without Kevin Durant, folks.
As we tape this, there's a big free agent still sitting out there.
He may still be out there after we tape this show, after this airs, man. You know, Kawhi's in no hurry, man. He's in no hurry. He's living in his own.
He's got a whole pocket full of cards, and he doesn't have to play anything.
Right. I mean, people.
Does at some point.
People says, well, he just won a championship.
When he's ready, the money will be there.
He just won a championship in Toronto. Why would he leave Toronto? Well, heck, he was winning championships in San Antonio. He left there. So this guy has got the world by the you-know-what. And he's going to call it when he wants to. I personally think he's going to end up at the Clippers. That's where he wanted to go. That was his destination. I don't see him teaming up with the All-Star team, Space Jam 2. I don't see that happening.
Well, I think his ego's too big. I think it'd be, again, as much as it'd be a great basketball fit, I don't think he'll go there.
He's a super team killer. He killed the Miami Heat. He killed the San Antonio Spurs. He just killed the Golden State Warriors. He's getting ready to kill the Toronto Raptors.
You're not a big fan, are you?
Kawhi the quitter. Just saying.
Why?
He did shut down LeBron that one.
Yeah, he got to see. Put that was number 5 ring for the Spurs.
He put a lock on him because
number 5. That's why I can't see them playing together.
I understand. And we don't have to like his attitude, but boy, watching him play is fun. Because talking about somebody that's an intense competitor,
he can ball.
Up and down the floor, every minute.
You're not going to rush him.
Yeah.
You're not going to rush him. Offense at either end of the floor, you're not going to rush him.
Who got a ton of money that shouldn't have got a ton of money?
Kyrie Irving.
I got to give. I do. I mean, he's a weird dude and whatever, and yeah, he can throw it in the hole sometimes. But he defensively, he's somewhere between a liability and non-existent, right? I mean, he's awful.
They're taking flat kick back. They being the Boston Celtics because they signed Kemba Walker. You know, Kemba Walker's never won. He's never won big, but without LeBron James, neither is Kyrie Irving. You know, he had a team by himself, remember? And then he asked to be in Boston.
Was scoring 30-some and couldn't win anything.
He asked to be in Boston. He demanded that trade. And then he found out what he was like, and he had to call the king and apologize. Hey, man, my bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. You know.
Dude doesn't know the world's not flat.
See, there's a problem.
I'm saying, when your perspective in life is you're not sure about that, I am not interested in having a conversation with you.
And you went to Duke.
Thank you. That means that there's a couple screws that aren't just loose; they don't fit right.
How long do you stay at Duke?
For a cup of coffee. I don't even think it's the whole cup.
That's what I mean. You can go go the first semester, right?
Yes.
Take an online class.
Take a whole bunch of intro to something classes. Yes.
Take advanced cooking.
John Calipari's got a novel on that, a whole encyclopedia on how to make that happen.
All right, if you want to see a good NBA team, you're going to have to drive, aren't you?
I like Utah.
No, he's saying you can't go to Cleveland, you can't go to Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Derrick Rose.
Indianapolis,
Pistons signed Derrick Rose.
that's the big offseason move.
He sucked 5 years ago.
You know, when you headed into the break, I thought we were going to talk about this, and I wanted to get my bag and cut the two eyes out because that's how I feel as a Piston fan right now, and I am. I just want to sit here and be like, I don't even know what's going on because it's on.
I don't know.
Fighting for that number 8 spot where you don't get a lottery pick. And, I mean, what's the worst possible spot to be in the NBA? Right at the edge of the playoffs and not good enough to do anything.
Who
when
was
you
the
get
kid they drafted in the first round? See, that's my point.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can you pronounce his name?
Seyaku. I don't know.
Well, if the Pistons could have got the 6th seed and played in Indiana, it might not have been like a sweep. It might have been competitive in that series.
There's your Raider fan hope over there. Yeah, it could have been better.
Well,
than
you were saying fighting for the 8th spot. I don't think they were really fighting for the 8th spot because they didn't want to play the 1 seed.
You're making my point. If you're sitting there at that decision, you're not
Well,
relevant.
we know in the NBA, being in the middle is the worst place you could be.
Correct. But that product, I mean, Derrick Rose is supposed to move the needle.
You want to talk about a killer? How many teams has he killed?
Yeah, but on the other side of it, if you can get rid of Reggie Jackson, that might not be so bad.
Who's taking that?
See, there it is.
I mean, what NBA exec? The Lakers. Maybe Pelinka will take him because he doesn't seem to have a clue.
I've offered to help him a lot of times. I've offered to help him a lot.
The problem is the real GM there now knows better.
Jenny Buss.
No.
Yeah, that's who's running that.
No, not anymore.
That's who's running that.
No.
You know, because Kawhi said...
The person that's running that grew up in Akron, played at St. Vincent St. Mary's, and he makes personnel decisions.
Well, that's true.
I mean, come on. Let's talk what's really going on. Like, if you want to sign somebody, you got to call them and say, hey, what do you think? Yeah, man, no. Okay. You're telling me that's not going on?
Yeah. A lot of that's
So
going
why
on.
not?
I didn't say it was a bad idea. I'm just saying that's what's going on. I'd do the same thing if I was
Who do you think knows more about basketball? Him or the GM?
or the owner. I'll take LeBron for 200, Alex.
Right. And I got about 30 seconds in this segment. Are the Cavs even putting 5 guys out there this year?
That was the other team I didn't understand. I didn't understand.
They're drafting point guards like the Lions used to draft wide receivers. You know?
I mean, the kid... and
Trade one to the Pistons.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong on this kid. But you drafted a point guard last year. You had the perfect complement sitting there, and you bypassed him. Jerry Culver, I said they're going to rue today to let Jerry Culver slide off the board.
All right, we'll take a timeout when we come back. I want to talk a little All-Star Game stuff. All right, it's a Roundtable show presented by Ralphie's.
Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good.
Chill out today at Ralphie's with their frozen margaritas and daiquiris. And get half-priced wings after 9 p.m. 7 days a week. What goes great while watching baseball games on our many screens? The quarter-pound all-beef dog basket, served with a pop or draft. Daily for just $9.99.
Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good.
What can you expect from working with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation? Our branch manager, Marty Bin, can help you navigate through the loan process with the service and speed you deserve. Contact Marty today to get pre-qualified. Make your home buying dreams a reality. Call 419-481-8696 to speak with Marty Bin today.
It's July Fireworks as Powerbomb Wrestling returns to Toledo at St. Clements Hall on Sunday, July the 7th. See a return match for the heavyweight title as Unchained Brandon Day battles the Beast Cara. Also, the Circus of Pain in a 6-man tag, and you'll see our very first women's tag team match. Get your discount tickets at pbwexcitement.com. It's the best wrestlers in the Midwest, Sunday, July the 7th, St. Clements Hall in Toledo. You're not going to want to miss it. And back we are from our Roundtable show presented by Ralphie's. I'm Norm Waymer. This is Mortgage Marty Bin. This is the one and only Steve Taylor. All right, got the All-Star game coming up in a couple of nights. And, first things first on this, too. Baseball changed how they did the voting for the All-Star game. Did they get it right or did they get it wrong?
There's a lot of Houston Astros on the team.
Because it's kind of all online. I understand they got it right in the sense I think the best players are there.
It's better. It's better than it was, but it's still to me just a popularity
But you
contest.
still go online and you can vote 22 times or something like that. It's like I'm not going to do that.
And then you can sign up your kids.
If
and
I'm
your
in a ball
dog.
game,
I mean, if I wanted to, my dog could have voted 22 times. Creative.
I'm going to be the old guy now. Yelling at the clouds. But
Get off
if I'm
my
at a ball
lawn.
game, I get one of the ballots and punch through the ballot.
Well, of course. You got, but do you agree with Michael Brantley getting the nod over Aaron Judge?
Well, Judge has been out most of the year.
Yeah, so is all the Houston Astros. They're in the game.
See, I'm of the opinion that it's an all-star game.
That would put
And just
Aaron
because
Judge
you
in the game.
had 3 good months doesn't make you a star.
Michael Brantley.
Yeah. So,
But
so if you want to see stars,
But speaking of Cleveland, you see that's what happens when you get out of Cleveland.
So I think it's interesting because most other sports that are trying to reward people, like football, do it at the end of the season, and it's Pro Bowl, and it's really not about the game; it's about making the status. To me, this is a promotional event, and if there's any sport that needs to promote its young stars and promote them in a limelight way, it's baseball, and it still gets it terribly wrong because the game is awful.
the only way I would change this would be the All-Star game would have USA against the world.
I like that.
I'd have all the American players on one team and
I don't know if I like that.
There'd be
Everybody
12,
else on the
12
other.
guys from Florida playing everybody from the
Dominican Republic.
and Venezuela and
Puerto Rico
Cuba and
and-
Puerto Rico. Yeah. By the way, Puerto
But-
Rico is part of America.
right. I know that. I know that.
I know.
Okay.
I know. Others are confused by that. I was just trying to point out that he'd be on the Puerto Ricans would be on the American team.
But see, I'm one of the people that watch the World Baseball Classic, and the players really want to win those games. And I think if you did the USA against the world, I think they would really want to win those games.
To me, the luster went off the game when interleague play started because there was a time where you didn't get to see Pete Rose against Nolan Ryan when Nolan Ryan was in the AL or when it was an agent, right? You didn't get to see some of those matchups unless it was postseason. A lot of those guys, you never saw those matchups. So to me, that was more intrigue when they didn't play interleague. Now if they play interleague, it's kind of like, you could see those matchups on a Tuesday night in May.
Well, that's a whole nother argument.
See, yeah.
Because I'm for blowing up the 2 leagues and realigning it. So
I'm okay with that too. I'm just saying, but to me, the rest of it is less exciting than when I was back when I was a kid.
Stick the 2 New York teams, Boston and Philly, in the same division and let them spend their brains out.
And let's get rid of the designated hitter, can we please?
No.
Apparently, it's the chair, Norm. It's the chair. John has poisoned the chair.
Absolutely not.
Let's please give it, because if you're man enough to throw at a man, then you should stand your behind in the box.
That doesn't happen anyways. They change to the next guy and the next guy.
Did you see Scherzer with 2 black eyes
He did it to himself.
because he bunted the ball off his face? Come on.
You're a baseball player. Swing the bat.
They haven't hit forever. This is not the new phenomenon.
It's not
here.
even that. It's not entertaining.
Exactly.
It's baseball.
It's
how
not
supposed to
entertaining.
be.
I go with the entertainment value.
I'm telling you, I know.
That's why we need to market the young stars.
Oh, I agree with that.
Well, other than Ohtani and Matty Bumgarner, who's hitting and pitching and doing a good job of both?
And Ohtani doesn't really even count.
Okay.
Michael Lorenzen?
Okay, quick. Name me a fourth.
No. There's a kid that just. Who's the kid that just came
If
out?
it wasn't a big deal, then every time a pitcher homered wouldn't be on SportsCenter.
It's worse than that. Here's my problem with the whole idea. What baseball does not need more of is pitching changes. Baseball does not need more dead time so I can go to the fridge, get another adult beverage, and go back and still watch a guy warm up and organ music playing in the stadium while they've gone to 3 commercial breaks. Baseball does not need more of that.
But they're trying to speed the game up.
Well, getting rid of the DH is not about to do that.
I don't. You can get me started on that. No.
Well, since we're talking about All-Star games, I got about 3 minutes here. I wanted to harken back to this one. And you can see some of this game online if you want to. It's a 1971 All-Star game.
Oh, yeah.
They'll never get back to this point.
Oh, with Ray Fosse and Pete
That
Rose?
was the best All-Star game ever. It was in Detroit. It had an unbelievable amount of Hall of Famers in that game. You'll look on the National League side. Johnny Bench, Willie McCovey, Joe Torre's in now. Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Willie Stargell, Steve Carlton, Ferguson Jenkins, Juan Marichal, Tom Seaver are all in. Pete Rose, in theory, Pete Rose really should be.
Yes, please. Yeah, there's another story.
We all agree.
On the bench, you had, I believe Ron Santo's in, Lou Brock, Roberto Clemente. Sparky Anderson was a manager. He's in the Hall of Fame. Walter Alston was a coach. He's in the Hall of Fame. There was even a umpire that's in the Hall of Fame now. And that's just the NL side. The AL side had Rod Carew, Brooks Robinson, Louis Aparicio, Frank Robinson, Carl Yastrzemski. Let's see here, Jim Palmer. Had a number of Tigers on it because they had a good year that year. Harmon Killebrew, Reggie Jackson, Al Kaline, all Hall of Famers. Phenomenal. Just a phenomenal game. That was the one where Reggie hit the ball off the light tower.
Yeah.
Off of Doc Ellis.
Yeah, he smoked it.
He tells a funny story about that too, because that was a pinch hit. And he was upset that he had to pinch hit in the middle of the game. He thought maybe he'd pinch hit late in the game.
Well, he didn't feel like playing the field after pinch hitting, or what?
No, it's just, you remember pitchers hit back then.
Yeah.
So
Before the DH.
And they would pitch more than one inning.
It's the chair, Norm.
3.
It is. It's the chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love the DH. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, a guy can go and try that.
I watch a National League game and I
Swing the bat
forget
4
that the
times
pitcher's
and
hit.
don't go in the field. Oh, wow, yeah.
They're
Look,
more
there's a lot of guys in the field I don't want to see in the field ever again.
They're more apt to hurt themselves than they are to contribute.
Oh, Jose Canseco?
I'm just saying, we could all name guys that you just hope the ball doesn't find that spot.
But that is, I think it's, isn't it Doug Harvey that's in the Hall of Fame? I believe
umpire?
that's the case. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Somebody will tweet me if I am. All right, we're done?
Thanks for having me again, man. It's always fun.
Absolutely.
Especially with this guy.
You might be back in 2 weeks, by the way. Big John's here next week.
Notice he didn't say I'd be back, so there you go. I'm always week to week. I'm week to week. I'm signing 1-year deals all the time.
If you're not in Puerto Rico. Or the Dominican.
And when I grow up, I'm going to be
Gotta
like this guy.
Saturday Night Live next. Power Hour Wrestling at 2 a.m. DVR. If you can't catch it, we'll see you next week here on the Front Row Roundtable Show presented by Ralphie's.